Hey everyone, so today we're going to dive into something that, let's be honest, every single one of us has struggled with: procrastination. It's that invisible wall that stands between our amazing ideas and actually getting them done. But what if we could start taking it down piece by piece, starting right now? Let's get into it. So let's start with the big question, right? Why do we do this to ourselves? Why do we put off the things we know are important, the things we know we want to do? It's such a human thing, isn't it? To know what we should do, but to find it so hard to just do it. Figuring out the why is always the best place to start. And the first thing to know is you are so not alone in this. This is an incredibly familiar problem, something we all share. So let's unpack what's really going on behind the scenes, what's actually holding us back. You know, when you really look at it, the reasons we delay are usually pretty simple, but they're powerful. A lot of the time, it just comes down to fear. Fear of failing, or believe it or not, even fear of succeeding. Then there's perfectionism, which is such a trap. That whole, if I can't do it perfectly, I'm not gonna do it at all mindset. And of course, just lack of focus. In the world we live in today, that's a huge one. Pinpointing which one gets you is a big first step. So knowing those reasons is great, it's important, but it's not the whole story. Because buried under all that complexity, under all that emotion, there is one single, simple truth that just cuts through all the excuses. And here it is. The secret isn't some crazy, complicated productivity system you have to learn. It's way, way simpler than that. The real secret to making progress is just getting started. This idea right here is a total game changer. Action beats intention every single time. You can have the best plans, the most noble goals, but they're just thoughts floating around in your head until you take that first physical step. Action is what makes things real. Okay, I know what you're thinking. Just get started sounds nice, but when you're feeling stuck, it feels impossible. So how do you actually do it? Well, there's a simple, practical tool for this. It's all about harnessing the power of the first 5 minutes. This is called the 5-minute rule, and it is beautifully simple. First, you choose one task. Just one. Don't try to tackle the whole mountain. Second, you make a tiny commitment to yourself. You'll work on it for just 5 minutes. That's it. That's the deal. And then you begin. Honestly, starting is always the hardest part. It's like trying to push a giant boulder. But once you get it moving, even just an inch, the momentum starts to build and it gets so much easier to keep going. And this leads us to maybe the most important idea of all, a real shift in how we think about progress. This whole thing isn't about waiting for some magical bolt of motivation to strike you. It's about building a system that works even on the days you're just not feeling it. Mark Twain absolutely nailed it. The secret isn't in finishing the race. It's not in being perfect. The entire secret is wrapped up in that one small act of beginning. Think about it. Every great book, every finished project, every goal ever achieved had that one moment in common. And this brings us to such a critical point. So many of us wait around for motivation, but motivation is a feeling. It's fickle. It comes and it goes. Discipline. Now that's different. Discipline is a muscle that you build. It's the choice to do the work regardless of how you feel, and it's the thing that will carry you through when motivation is nowhere to be found. So really, true sustainable progress is built on these 3 things. First, consistency, just showing up day after day. Second, creating small daily habits. Those are the building blocks of discipline. And most importantly, it's about making the conscious choice to move forward, even just a little bit. These small, consistent efforts, they compound into huge results over time. So as we wrap up, I just want to leave you with this one question. This isn't about changing your entire life overnight. It's about one tiny choice. Think about that one thing you've been putting off. What will your 5-minute first step be tomorrow?